Alright guys, so I wanted to do a video. I don't know. I wanted to do a video on where I sit on the current state of Raid. As you can tell, I'm in Raid. Some people may not care. Some people, a lot of people won't even see this. But I just wanted to give my opinion anyways. And I just wanted to do a video on where I sit with things, where I see the future of everything going in this game and for my video streaming and my videos. And I'm just starting out on YouTube. I'm just starting out on Twitch. I'm just getting stuff started. And I was going to do that with Raid. A lot of people have. But now I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure I'm going to stick with Raid for that long. Valar was streaming last night on Twitch, and I went and watched his stream and everything. And, he was saying that, he's too far into his account. He's got too many decent champs to be able to back out now. And he's probably going to keep playing, but just hoping that more content comes, or that they fix stuff. I don't feel like they're gonna fix stuff, and I don't feel like I'm necessarily deep enough in. I don't know. I'm in the middle. I'm kind of mid game, maybe end of mid game, but still kind of mid game. But I don't feel like I've got super lot of amazing champions. That I've got some good champions, but I don't have champions that are keeping me. I've put a decent amount of money. I put a few hundred. I don't think I've done 1,000, but I think I've done, I don't know, maybe $1,000 into it. I don't know. It's hard to tell, because I can't remember, to be honest. But I know I've probably put 500-600 at least, probably. I want to say I'm around 500-600 total, in my opinion, but I haven't kept track of it like I should have. Problem with budgeting. But if you look, so if I open up my champion vault, I've got people, like, all these are a lot of these are fusion. These top rares are ones that were fusion materials for different fusions. There was the Brachus one, there was the there was the Tormund fusion. There's a few different fusions that I had people set up to be able to get those fusions, and I didn't complete them because these fusion events, in my opinion, are complete crap. Because we can go down here and we can go over to fusion and we can go down to Rotos, and okay, his kit may be pretty decent. I mean, it's if you look at his kit, he's got attacks one enemy, but does he's got a 75% chance of putting a 60% decreased defense on him for 2 turns, and then has a 30% chance of granting an extra turn. His damage is based off attack and his HP. Well, he's only got a 75% chance of decreased defense for 2 turns. Granted, I like the 30% chance of granting an extra turn, but it stays at 30. His damage is all that goes up whenever you book him. And again, only attacks 1 enemy with a 75% chance of 60% decreased defense, which is the big decreased defense. But let's back out of the fusion real quick and let's go to somebody that I've already got. Like, let's go to Rosin, because see, we'll go back over here to fusion real quick. I know I'm bouncing around a lot, but as you can tell, I don't know who's watching this, but anybody that is and hasn't fused Rosin, I've already fused Rosin. That's why I have him. There's a Broadmaw fusion and a Relic Keeper fusion still in there because you can fuse them multiple times. Rosin, you can only fuse 1 time. You can draw him from shards, but you can only fuse him 1 time. Mine is missing because I fused him. So then if I go over here to Rosin and I pull him up and I pull his skills up, and then I go over here, attacks 1 enemy, has 75% chance of placing 60% decreased defense and a 25% weaken debuff. So he's got a decreased defense and a weaken that only hits 1 person. Granted, on Roto, that's his A1, so he's probably going to do it more often. But Rosin, if you look down here, has a chance to increase that. If you book the skill, it increases it to 100% chance. So on his A2, on a 3-turn cooldown, he has 100% chance of placing a decreased defense and a weaken for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. 100% chance. Granted, you still need accuracy, but Roto only has a 75% chance. It doesn't increase to 100% chance. Now, again, that's a fusible champion. And it's a long-term fusible champion, not a short-term fusible champion. Okay? But if I go up here to my Meanness, okay, I also, on her A2, and I've got her booked up, and she has 100% chance of doing the 60% decrease. It doesn't say it in here, but it is. Like, I've said something to Plarium before. They don't want to listen, but it doesn't say which decreased defense and weaken it is on her skill kit. It just doesn't. I don't know why. That's stupid. It does on everybody else. It doesn't on her. But it is the 60% decreased defense and the big decreased defense and the big weaken, right? For 2 turns. And even she has 100% chance to do it if it's booked. As you can tell, I booked it. So, it's 100% chance. Granted, again, it's on the A2. Rotos is on the A1. Go back to him. Again, his is on the A1. So he's going to do it more often. But it's only a 75% chance. And it doesn't have the weaken. So if we move on, attacks 1 enemy. Again, only 1 attack on his A2, only 1 person again. Decreases target's max HP by 20%, then adds that HP to this champion's own max HP. So that's actually, and this goes to a 2-turn cooldown when booked. That's actually a good skill. I like that one because and then, okay, so the caveat to that Cannot decrease a single champion's max HP by more than 60% in one battle. Cannot increase this champion's max HP by more than 60,000. Does not decrease a boss's max HP. This champion's max HP will be increased by 15,000 when this skill is used against bosses. So in dungeons, against bosses, in keeps, against bosses, and I'm assuming that also means clan boss. So you're not even going to decrease their max HP. So if you're doing farmer, if you're farming dungeon, if you're doing spider, you're not going to decrease that spider's max HP. If you're using Cold Heart or Royal Guard, you don't want to decrease that max HP anyways, because the more HP, the more damage Cold Heart or Royal Guard can do. But you can't decrease their max HP so that whenever she heals, killing all the spiderlings and heals herself, she won't heal as much. But you can use it in arena against one person, so when they get healed, they don't heal as much. You can use it against the waves in dungeons. You can use it against the two guys that stand beside the bosses in Ice Golem or the keeps. You can use it in faction wars. You can use it, like I said again, in arena, but you cannot use it against bosses. Clan boss, can't use it against him. I mean, he doesn't. I haven't found one. I've only gotten to hard difficulty, but I haven't found one that heals themselves. But like, I know that the spirit keep, that boss heals themselves. I know that who's the other one? Fire Knight. Fire Knight, he heals himself. So you can't cut down their max HP to basically, if you cut down their max HP, then it lowers how much they can heal themselves, because their heal is based off their max HP. So you can't do that in any of the dungeons or any of the keeps or anything, even clan boss. So that's effective in arena, not effective against pretty much anywhere else, in my opinion. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. Put it in the comments. We'll have a discussion. I like discussions. I don't back away from them. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Tell me where it can be useful, because I only see arena and maybe faction wars. So, and then we'll go with the ascended version of this, since it has to be ascended. Attacks one enemy, will ignore 75% of target's defense. Will also ignore unkillable and block damage buffs. Grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. That, again, is pretty awesome for a skill, but it is arena specific. I mean, farming nightmare or farming, yes, it could be used in farming. Nobody uses unkillable or block damage in the keeps or the dungeons. And granted, it'll ignore 75% of the target's defense, which is awesome. But again, dungeons, it's on a 3-turn cooldown if booked, but it's really not gonna be useful in most places. It might, if this works properly on Clan Boss, it might be beneficial in Clan Boss. Ignoring 75% of the Clan Boss's defense may be really good. But mostly this seems very much like a arena skill. So, and if you look, all of his skills are based on attack and HP. So you want both of those up high to do this sort of stuff. And then his passive, will decrease damage from a single hit, from a single enemy hit, so that incoming damage will not exceed 50% of this champion's max HP from that hit. Occur once per enemy attack. Grants an extra turn if this damage reduction occurs. So if he does do the damage reduction, then he gets an extra attack. Does not work against bosses again. So again, they're limiting that, making him again arena-based champion. His kit sounds amazing for arena, but he doesn't seem useful anywhere else. Decreases the damage taken from bosses by 15%, decreases the damage taken from bosses by 30% if Siffi the Lost Bride, whatever, I don't know her name. Siffi the Lost Bride is on the same team. So again, if he's got the counterpart, he's the Lost Groom, she's the Lost Bride. If he's got her, then it goes to 30, but it's only damage taken by bosses. So she doesn't help him in arena, but she helps him in farming dungeons or stuff like that. I don't know. Seems a little weird to me. Like, it doesn't affect if you go up against... She has to be on the same team to reduce the damage taken by the clan boss, or in a dungeon, or in a keep, or a campaign boss. She has to be on the team to reduce it by 30. But if she's on the team in arena, it doesn't do anything. Doesn't help at all. I don't know what her passive is. I haven't looked at it. But it doesn't help him at all. Not in arena. Seems a little weird to me. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. It's possible. If I am, put it in the comments. Put it, talk to me. Let's see what, your ideas are. But I think this kit is completely arena based up until that, and then she doesn't help him in the arena. She only helps him in dungeons and keeps and all that. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I don't know. Anyways, to me, this dude is probably really good in arena, but I don't think I want him. The biggest reason that I don't want to go through all this effort is I've looked at the tournaments and the events. I just missed the spider tournament. There was no way I was going to be able... I have a life. No offense to anybody that plays a lot. But, I kind of do this video stuff at work because I've got a little more downtime at work. Funny, huh? But I don't get downtime when I get off work. I have to go take care of stuff, clean my house, take care of my stepdaughter, take care of my girlfriend, and I pull 12-hour shifts, so I have to be back here very shortly after getting off and doing all that. So I get some time at night. I get some time. I did a video before coming into work today. I get some time whenever I'm off to do stuff, but I also like spending some of that time with my family, my girlfriend and my stepdaughter. My fiance and my stepdaughter. You know, I like spending my time with them. So I don't always put as much time into this as I possibly could. I do when I'm at work. Probably not the best idea, but I do. And sometimes when I'm off and I'm not busy, I put some time in. But, you know, I can't spend 22 hours in the game doing everything, grinding as much as I have to grind to get what I need to get the points. Didn't make points for the spider tournament enough to get the guy that I needed, right? Or ice golem tournament. My bad. It's the ice golem tournament. The spider tournament, I didn't get the guy either, but if you look over here, I got 122 points. I needed 2,050 to get the rare fusion guy to do this fusion. Spider tournament, I didn't focus on because with the spider tournament, I did do some. I did more than I did in the ice golem tournament. But again, I didn't have the time, and I didn't need the fusion champion in the spider tournament, so I didn't focus on it. Now the dragon tournament's up, and I do need this guy. But again, even though dragon's the only dungeon I can farm 20 on, I don't know if it's worth putting the time and effort into grinding it. You know, I'll come back to that in a minute. I just don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. Not to me. You know, because, like, okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so, like, if you go over here, you know, for the ice golem, I'm stuck at 17. Stage 17 is as high as I can get right now, which is pretty high, pretty good. I'm still getting 4 to 6 star gear, but I also have a whole lot of gear, and I got to clear all that out. And, you know, I've got some in my excess already. Dragon is the one that just started, and I can do stage 20 with my team that I've got, but I don't know if I want to put the time and energy into farming dragon just to get that, because again, I don't feel like this fusion is worth it to me. Yes, he probably would make a big difference in my arena team, because arena, as you can see, I'm at gold 3. Arena is where I'm kind of needing some help. But it's just so frustrating, because you've got to, in order to put all that effort in, you've got to use gems to do more, buy more energy in order to, and granted, I've got a decent amount of energy right now, but I got that from that summon event that we just had, because I pulled all my sacred shards. And I got 1 legendary. And I had 9 sacred shards. Double chances, I got 1 legendary. Which I'm not complaining about, because Valar did awesome for me. But their rates, even when doubled, are still, even on sacreds, where all you can pull is epics and legendaries, they're still a little ridiculous, in my opinion. The state of this game is going down, in my opinion. If we jump over here, I used to have, I've got 21 members right now. I used to have 29, 30 members. Now, one of the things that most content creators will touch on is the fact that you don't need to have more than 14 or so members, because if you've got 14 members that are all hitting Ultra Nightmare, then that's about all you can have, so that nobody misses out on being able to max damage on Ultra Nightmare. And this is what they all have said, and everybody's said stuff about this. And the clan boss just isn't set up right to be able to do that. Well, I'm more of a newer clan, and I have a lot of members that are newer and just starting. But as you can tell, I can scroll down and, okay, that's Valar's alt and that's Valar's second alt. But like, here's a person that's been inactive for 5 days. I'm pretty sure she quit. And then if I go up here, here's another inactive for 5 days. I'm pretty sure they quit as well. And then these are newer players, Silver 2 arena still. Bronze 2 arena. I just had to get rid of like 5 or 6 other members yesterday that were still brand new, like early game still. Only had 1 or 2 legendaries, still in bronze or silver arena, grinding on campaign on either hard or brutal, but not quite to 12-3 brutal. But they got fed up with the game. They got tired of it and they left. Most of them were free to play. Plarium is not a free to play company. They are greedy. Don't care. Ban me. You banned Stu. You banned, who else did you ban? You banned other people. You banned Loki. Like, your stupid little ban thing that you had going on. I don't know if you guys just can't control your servers or what your problem is, but that never should have happened. Period. Especially thousands of people. And then it's taken you, like a week to fix? And that's the state of this game. From what I know, you still haven't recovered all accounts or all things that were used and spent in those accounts. So that's the state of this. But you can come out with a brand new fusion guy with 3 brand new epics and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 brand new fusion rares. You can come out with all that for this fusion that you have to put lots of money in order to get these rewards, these fusion rares and these fusion epics, who some of these are better than the legendary you're giving us for the fusion. We have to do all that and grind constantly all freaking day just to do this fusion that is only good in one spot. Not a good all around, just good in arena. And maybe I'm wrong, like I said. Talk to me if I am. But I don't think it's worth it. So, I started doing it and then I decided not to. But, come back over here to Playtime Rewards. This is part of the new Battle Pass. So you've got to collect all 6 Playtime Rewards in order to get a daily challenge. One of the daily challenges, claim all Playtime Rewards. All 6 of them. Right? And this resets at midnight UTC. which is 6 o'clock Central, 6 p.m. Central U.S. time, my time. So, I've been playing Calibri, and I did a video on it earlier. And as you guys can see, you have 180 minutes of playtime that you have to be in the game. Well, so you've got to be in the game for 2 hours of play in order to get these rewards. Over in Calibri, I got 5 rewards in the first 6 to 10 minutes of playing. I've been in this game for 40 minutes. Because that one just popped up, you saw it. I've been in this game for 40 minutes and I've got 3 different rewards I can collect. And it stops at 2 hours. In Calibri, I got 4 or 5 rewards in like a 5 to 10 minute time span. And they keep going and going and going and going. Just for being in game. In my opinion, that game's way better. I don't know if I'm going to keep playing this account. I come over to Battle Pass and here's what all I haven't collected. Because at one point I was going to buy this gold Battle Pass. And I was going to do this one where I get an extra 25 levels for 40 bucks. 40 bucks would give me all of this. It's a whole lot of stuff. Plus, if I went and turned in my weeklies because they're retro, I would get 60 more points, which would be 6 more levels. And that's without doing any of these, this week. So, with my rewards, I would end up all the way up here. I would end up right around here on 33. And then, oh no, I would get the speed set, yes. So I'd end up right here around 34 because it didn't include the avatar for the bear. So, but 6 more levels after that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I would be here at 40 where I would get an epic and legendary tome. If I spent that 40 bucks. But I don't think I want to give Plarium that money anymore. Because I think it's sending the wrong message. That people will pay for crappy content and crappy games. This isn't even a content. And J-Gigs said this in a video, Enough is Enough, or When is Enough Enough. J-Gigs said this. I think Stu has said this. Many people have said this. If we keep putting the money into this game, they will keep doing stuff like this. But J-Gigs pointed out, this is not content. This is content. There's nothing new. And J-Gigs even pointed out in his video, this tower's been here for a while, over a year, and nothing done with it. But they keep talking about it, but nothing done with it. No, I have not cleared Nightmare. As you can see, I'm still here. I have not cleared Nightmare. But I don't think I feel like it.
You're right.
Anyways, later.